Hi there, welcome to Kids Crafternoon. Today we're going to be making a sewing kit out of this mason jar. I'm going to show you today how to add a pincushion to the lid of the mason jar, and then at the end I'm going to show you all the things that you're going to need for your sewing kit to put inside the mason jar. It's a super simple project. Anybody can do this. It's really easy and it's going to be really fun. The things you need for this project are a mason jar, of course. You're going to need some fabric for the top. It's going to be pattern for your pincushion. We need some felt for underneath, and you're going to need a thread and needle, some stuffing, some fabric scissors, some little snips, a pencil, and a seam gauge, which is right here. A seam gauge or ruler will work too, and some hot glue. Let's go ahead and make this thing. The first thing you need to do is take the lid off of your mason jar, and you're going to put the ring to the side, and you're going to need this little bit to trace around. I'm going to flip my fabric over so my pencil mark isn't going to be on my fabric, and I'm going to trace this in the middle-ish because I'm going to have to add a 1-inch mark all the way around that. Let's just put it in the middle. I'm just going to trace my lid. And then I'm going to get my seam gauge. Again, you can use just a ruler for this if you want to. And I'm going to draw 1-inch marks all the way around this circle. I'm going to cut it out to be 1 inch bigger. I've got 1-inch mark all the way around my circle, and I'm just going to cut from mark to mark. You could connect those marks if you want to, but it doesn't have to be a perfect circle because this is all going to get gathered up and be underneath and not going to even show. All right, there's my circle, and I'm going to trace this lid part onto my piece of felt and cut that out. I'm going to get my thread and needle, and I have a double strand of thread, and I have a knot in the end, and all I'm going to do is go ahead and sew around the circumference of this circle about 1/4 inch away from the edge. And you're just doing a running stitch. You're just going up and down all around the circumference of this circle. Again, this does not have to be perfect because it's all going to get gathered up and be underneath your lid of your jar. I've done my running stitch all the way around to gather this little guy up. I'm going to come do my last stitch and pull it tight so it gathers up a little bit. And then I'm going to put some stuffing in there. And I'm going to start with a little bit, and then I can add some more. I think I want this to be kind of puffy. You know, when you stuff things, always start with like a little and then you can add more. If you try to put too much in there at one time, then it gets a little unruly. Okay, so I'm going to pull it tight. Try to get my stuffing in there. Come on, stay in there. And then you're going to take this lid and you're going to, after you stuff that, you're going to put it in there and then you're going to draw it up so that lid gets tucked in there. Because I just learned that the lid won't go in there if this is too tight. So now that the lid's in there, I'm gonna draw it up and then I'm gonna tie it off. Sometimes you feel like you need like 4 hands when you're doing projects like this, huh? And the lid keeps popping too. So I've got the lid in there and I'm gonna hold it so that these gathers stay and get it tied on there. That'll just make sure it's going to stay, because the next thing you're going to do is go ahead and put your felt on there to cover all that up. So now I'm going to trim my thread. I'm going to get my felt circle that's already cut out, and I'm going to glue it, put some hot glue on it. Lots of times when I do this, I like to make sure that I'm not going to see any pencil marks. So if I traced on this side, I'm going to put it on that side. So I'm going to put some hot glue on my felt circle, and then I'm going to glue that to the bottom, tucking in my edges. Now what I'm going to do is push that through the ring and really push it to get it on there and then I'm gonna screw the lid on the jar. Now I'm gonna fill my jar with the things that I need for my sewing kit. So I'm gonna put in my seam gauge and my seam ripper, my snippy scissors, and my tape measure and thread and needle and whatever else you need, just so that it's all in there together. And then I'm gonna put my lid on and I'm gonna throw some pins in there. So my pins are nice and handy and I can access them whenever I need them. There you go, that's it. Easy, right?